Success through your brilliance, not through sacrifice. I think brilliance is a frequency that you can operate from, rather than the amount of effort you put in. My client was the quintessential achiever, leading a global team of 60. He was working long hours to catch people in different time zones, with endless to-do lists, and almost having to sign the visitor's book when he went home. We talked about personal sacrifice and how much most of us have come to believe from an early age in the value of sacrificing ourselves, and that maybe success only follows from you sacrificing yourself, which can lead to short-term suffering, but we hope will lead to the ultimate rewards we're after. So I asked him, what were the most important high-leverage things that the business needed from him, and that he enjoyed contributing, and the business could only get from him? In essence, I was asking him where his unique brilliance lay. He came up with a short list of the gifts that he brought to the business and that he knew made the biggest impact on the success of the business. As a result of that conversation, he started to think about how he could redesign his leadership around contributing more of his unique brilliance, rather than just being busy. How could he leverage his time and talent so that more of what he did had a bigger impact, rather than just a long to-do list? As a result, he crossed a threshold, and he began to trade much of what I sometimes think of as righteous anger that can accompany the self-sacrifice and martyrdom. And he traded that for elevating himself and being more high energy, more high vibration, I would say. And he also began to enjoy himself more, and he enjoyed his leadership more. And he had a bigger impact on the people around him. I think brilliance is a frequency that you can operate from, rather than the amount of effort you put in. We talked about how he could also handle the guilt that can sometimes surface when you don't push yourself so much, and the guilt that you often then try to work harder to pay off. But it's an equation that doesn't often work. So we looked at redefining his mindset. His job was to make things happen and to achieve results. If he could do that in fewer hours a week, he could feel inspired, not guilty. Him showing up with his inspired energy then ignited more of the best in his team. And then he could trust his team more, and then started to coach and develop them more so that they could take on more of the responsibilities. He started his journey to become more of a producer of his and his team's brilliance.